Well, that doesn't help. All right, you guys ready for this? Here's what we're gonna do. Digger Dame has stepped outside. He has no idea when he comes back in, I'm gonna film him. What are we gonna do? We're gonna interview him. Nothing is better than an interview that somebody doesn't know, so stay tuned. You ready for something really different?
Completely different.
Okay. Figure it out yet?
I went away.
You went away?
I went away for a minute.
Say hi.
Hey, everybody.
Are you ready for what you don't know what you're ready for?
I have been mentally preparing myself for what I'm not aware that may happen or not.
Because when you're here, in particular around me and the device, something's bound to happen.
Yep.
All right, so let's get down to it. It's funny how most people are creatures of habit. You always sit there.
This is my comfort zone. I have my little cushion on the stool. I have all my things just so.
You like that spot, and the viewers probably notice, because I notice it because I'm always watching and editing. When you usuals arrive at the shack, you always go to your spot.
Occasionally, if for some reason the population density is such in here that I have to sit over there.
Which doesn't happen too often.
It does happen from time to time.
You don't like it, do you?
I don't like it. Like, I had to sit next to Bob a few weeks ago. I like Bob, but I didn't like being on that side of the bench.
So let me ask you, have you taken that spot because it's the first place you sat when you first came here, or did you naturally...
I migrated. I'm sure of it. I'm sure I did.
Because then I'll tell you, I know this is bizarre talk, but it's Shack Psyche 101 today. There's also this weird thing that I observe, that you guys also share. Spectrum Bill, every single day he was here, sat there. Because I know, because I had to keep going like this. Move, I need to get in the fridge, Bill. Move. Right?
He certainly did. And at one point, I mean, we sit here for a long time, extended periods of time. He wasn't using the cushion that I use. It's a hard wooden stool. So I went over there and I offered him the cushion. And at first he didn't want the cushion. It took me a couple of times, but he did take the cushion. And I tell you what, I could sit here all day on the cushion. And I have. And all night.
Right. So that's just the first thing I wanted to talk to you about. Interesting.
There's more things?
There is more things. Dame comes back over, we're on the road here, and I hear Dame say,
It's an episode.
It's an episode, and I'm like, why is that?
Iron spoon.
Nice.
Side of the road.
Hope you guys aren't bothered by the sound of the wood pellet stove, because, well, we need it.
I gotta sleep in here tonight, and it's cold.
It's cold, so you're gonna have to listen to that. Alright, I'm going to the other side of the camera to talk to you. Alright, so I've actually wanted to have this conversation with you on film for a while. You've been here now, in the Continuum, for 2 years.
Yes.
Imagine that. In one respect, it feels like you've been here forever. Mm-hmm. You've become a brother, a best friend. We've mentioned briefly in the Continuum before that you were living in Hawaii when you found stealth diggers.
Yes. I was a loyal, dedicated watcher.
Right. Then again, in reality, every single one of you was a viewer before you entered the Continuum, because I started out, it was just me and John.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting thought in its own.
Yeah.
But you were how many miles away?
6,000. In the middle of the Pacific, as far as I could possibly be from Vermont without being in another country.
Right. And it just coincidentally worked out that you moved back because of family. You could come down to this area and get close enough, and you reached out to us. We got together on that With Digger Dame video day, which was awesome. But you've become a keeper.
Huh.
You know, it was no question that you would stay around, continue to come around. The thing I love about you, Dame, is you get it. We're just sitting here talking about a couple of the cool things that Dame had dug. And one is this knife handle.
Awesome bone scale.
To us, that is an amazing relic. Think about how old that is. It's more than likely 1700s by the history we know of the home site. And it was just sitting here on the bench, on our table.
And it was on their table.
A long time ago with that family sitting around, eating, using that.
Through conversations and hardships and happy times.
And if they could have had any clue that that would be pulled out of the ground probably close to 200 years after they've been gone, you get it in here as to why we do this, how we enjoy doing this. That's one thing that, you know, I and the audience have taken to you, is that you have respect for the relics and the human aspect of it all, you know. Describe the landscape.
Lumpy to the extreme. They left many rocks in their living space.
Yeah, that's when you know it was bad.
And the piles that we see are out of desperation. No order, no rhyme or reason, just get them the frick away from our living space any way you can.
Right.
Desperation zone.
And I just wanted to point that out to you and to them. That means a lot to me.
That means a lot to me, man. I appreciate that. And what my experiences at the shack and out in the dirt in the woods it brought to me couldn't be bought for $1 million. I am happy.
I've seen your eyes fill up when you have found certain things. Oh, cufflinks.
So it looks like I got...
Is it one or two?
No, it's one, and then there's a link. Yep.
Oh, yeah, check. You're not gonna believe this.
Are you fucking... I don't believe you already. You're gonna make me sick.
That's a GW cufflink. It's got the chicken on it.
Oh, you're kidding me. It's been a long day. I feel like crying. That's awesome.
Yes. And I know that feeling, and you know, Jen has put it when a thimble comes out of the ground. You just said it. All of a sudden, 250 years goes away in the blink of an eye, and you connect to that person, and you think of that loss, think of that connection.
Yes.
That thimble was absolutely priceless.
Yes.
To that family. Maybe the situation is changing. Dame just yelled out that he got a first for himself.
Oh, there you go. My very first thimble.
Oh, beautiful.
Yay. Awesome.
That is awesome. Field tool extraction, huh?
Uh-huh. Well, I stuck my hand in and there was this, I don't know, it felt like wet eggplant. You know, like if somebody steams it for like 3 hours, I reached in, I went, ugh!
That is a term of texture I've never heard before. It felt like wet eggplant. I can feel it.
Oh yeah,
exactly what you mean.
I love as soon as I get in my vehicle, 200 miles north, as soon as that door shuts and I know I've got 3 hours and 20 minutes to the shack, I am ecstatic for that drive.
That's commitment too.
Hell yeah, man, it's a haul. But I know every inch of that route, and I'm just so happy to be coming down and hanging out with this gentleman and anyone else who comes. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
No.
Not at all. You know, we've got 15, 25 years left.
Hopefully. And it's still not enough time to get everything done.
No, there is so much to do.
Alright, ready? Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to do some fun things. Not that wasn't fun.
You juggle?
I can if you can provide me with some balls.
Ooh, okie dokie. I'm only...
Not digging, not exploring, not hiking. Let's just call it what we do going out. Hot weather or cold weather?
Cold weather.
I guess this isn't the smartest thing, but...
Sometimes you gotta do the things that must be done.
Yes. Woods or open spaces?
Woods.
Oh, yes! Yes!
Nice! A rains guide.
Oh, yeah, man.
Brassy and everything. I got the brass ring.
Dude, you're kicking brass today.
Woohoo!
Rim tickling or orbiting?
Both.
You look like a Jawa.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is great. I'm fully enveloped in the chimney effect of my hoodie.
Lou's confiscated another item of somebody. Hey, Lou. Alright, you and I were talking before we started filming. Your stealth digger tool of choice.
My original.
Damien actually has a prototype that would become the extractor. He and Xander, Professor X, got one each of the first two prototypes. And it was funny. Dame and I were talking about owning a tool, but not just owning it.
This is my tool. This is a 100-year tool.
I like that, the 100-year tool. It's just kind of fascinating how we bond with things. I said to Dame, because we had to clean it up, it was, it's carbon steel, it's going to rust unless you clean it. I said, I could send that back to Mike if you wanted, and he could clean it up and fix this. Ain't happening.
It was like he was going to take my puppy away and send it to be repuppied. No, this is... It doesn't need any refurbishment, doesn't need any jimping or anything added. This is all I've known, and it's my tool. Hold mine already.
Oh yeah, let's see. Install. Latch won't hold. Perfect. And you will forever use that now, right?
Yep. Because it sucks having this holding it with your neck back.
Right.
And doing the thing, and then dash out so it can slam.
Add that to the task of things that we'll do.
Uh-huh.
Before we go, is there anything you want to say to the people watching?
Thank you. Really. The love that I get from folks out in TV land is just, it doesn't puff me up or anything. It just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy, and it's a cool thing. I really dig it, and I dig this guy.
I'm happy you came into the Continuum.
Me too, man. Me too.
And you too. So, alright, we'll see you soon. Until next time, enjoy your...
Not Thursday. Nice, thanks, man. That'll get me deeper.
Found a few relics.
You proud of yourself? Are you proud of yourself? I am very proud of myself.
Wow, you shot that right up under the dashboard. Anyways.